Next guy on the list, I look at Theo Riddick. Now, and here's why. I don't need Theo to be the main running back, but when you look at his receiving numbers, the dude has dumb numbers as a receiver, man, in terms of catching the ball at the backfield, and that's what he brings to the table. And what don't we have right now in our backfield? What don't we have in our backfield?
It's a good point, man. Now, but that's 29. The thing, dude. So,
because it's the thing,
it's tough for me because we have Connor, we have Snow, we have Samuel. Then, and I like those guys. But
Connor and Snell are what? Hammers.
I know, but I'm assuming we're drafting a running back early. That's the thing. Okay. So. Someone's going to be left out. Two players are going to be left out, probably.
I understand. So, what you assuming that we're drafting running back early, I think we're going best player available early. I don't think they say we got to go running back or we got to go here, we got to go there. I think they're going to go, okay, who's the best player available right now? If it's a receiver, they'll go receiver. If it's a linebacker, they'll go linebacker. I don't think they're so bent on it has to be running back. So that's why I'm operating with this mindset that, hey, if that's the case, you don't have to bring in a flashy pick. You just need somebody that fills a need. And what is the need right now? You need somebody that can catch the ball at the backfield and make a guy miss. That's what Theo
No, and I'm not against it either for a team standpoint. I guess it's just hard just because, you're emotionally attached to like Snow and Connor and you want them to do good. But.
And the thing is, they still would be good. We're saying if we're going running back by committee approach, where James still being the feature of that committee, but not saying, James, we need you out here for 30 touches. If we're breaking this down, James, we want you to get 10 to 15 touches. But now we're going to bring in Benny Snell, who's going to get another 5 to 7 touches. Theo might get 2 to 3 touches out the backfield as a receiver type thing. Like, that's the lines I'm operating on.
Dude, it's actually a really good name. Yeah. I don't like him from a fantasy standpoint. He's always been a bust in my opinion. But
I don't like fantasy football, man. Because when you look at his numbers, he can catch the ball at the backfield and produces in that regard.
That's why people always liked him. He's like this PPR sleeper. Yeah. I never bought into it, but all right. I like that point. Yeah.
Then I look at 2 receivers, man. Number 1 is Taylor Gabriel. Obviously.
Really?
Yeah, and because this is the thing. We don't need flash. We don't need splash. I'm not looking at, I need this guy to come in here and be the guy. I'm looking at a guy who can come in here and add to a receiving room and bring more depth, can make that room as a whole better. That's the way I operate, man, when I'm looking at how I'm trying to build up this team versus me saying, well, who's the biggest name out here as a receiver? Let's trade for AJ Green. Yeah, let's do that. No. Give me something that's low risk, high reward.
I like that too, but what I'm thinking is we have a bunch of small receivers though.
Okay.
And Taylor Gabriel's small.
Yeah.
That's all I'm thinking with that.
But I'm looking at it on the other side of, okay, AB was small. He still would ball out as a number 1, right? We probably had the league lead in terms of little number 1 receivers.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like if you have quality players out there, I don't care how big or how small they are. That's the thing that makes Pittsburgh so appealing to players. Like what made it so appealing to me was they don't go the analytical route of it has to be a certain size to produce. It's like, no, we know what we're trying to build here. You think Debo was the prototypical size? No, Debo was crazily undersized, but he fit what they were trying to do here. Which is why you could bring in guys like that.
Well, I think the problem is I'm already thinking that Switz's spot's locked up somehow or some way. So that leaves maybe only 1 or 2 spots for other receivers.
Okay.
So that's all I'm thinking.
You know what they used to tell us, man, when we were playing these games in training camp, man, don't count the roster. That's what they would say.
Dude, but
because
I mean,
at the end of the day, the GM is going to make that decision. It's no different. We've seen teams carry 3 linebackers. We've seen teams carry 6 linebackers. We've seen it all, man. Don't count the roster, bro.
Listen, I mean, am I saying we should do that? Mm-hmm. No, but I mean, he's throwing footballs at Ben. Mm-hmm. I'm just assuming that. That's all.
Yeah. All I'm saying is, regardless if you assume it or not, if you bring in a guy like Taylor, that's competition to that room. And at the end of the day, what does competition do for that group? Make them better.
I'm good with it. I mean, if it happens,
I'll good for competition anywhere except quarterback.
Listen,
that's why I left quarterbacks off my list, man, because I know how you feel. Competition in any spot, but
what QB were you going to put on there?
I'm just saying, man, there's 2 quarterbacks that are available right now today, man.
I mean, we talked about this though.
Yeah, anybody that's not competition to your boy, man, it's all good.
Dude, he shouldn't have competition. It's ridiculous.
Jeez.
It's absurd, man.
Wow. Players are better than no competition needed. Wow.
What?
Wow. That's interesting.
What do you mean?
You say he doesn't need competition. Wow.
Nah, man, it's just disrespectful. Like, Come on, dude.
Fair enough.
Come on.
Fair enough.
You're not You're not bringing in a quarterback for like Aaron Rodgers or Breeze for competition.
All I'm simply saying is you bring in a Cam or a Jameis as a low risk, high reward type signing. I'm not against it.
It's just gonna be hectic. I wouldn't.
We already talked about why you nervous, man. We're not gonna go back down that line, man. We already and that's actually one of the times I did read the comments. So shout out to the comments on that one. You know, man, we understand, man. We got you, Deke. It's cool. The comments they saw it as well. So
some people
good,
agree
bro.
with me, man.
But a lot of people didn't, so it's okay. It's cool. So I ain't tripping. All right, you good.
All right. So who else you got?
And then the last
I would like. Let me put it this way. I would like the Gabriel move if we made it. Yeah. But that's just my thought of, I guess, being a little cynical about it.
Yeah, I think for me, man, like those four are my favorite in terms of move, and I list them in the order that I would want them.
Okay.
I would want Nigel Bradham first, Aaron Lynch second, then Theo Riddick would be the third guy on that priority list, Taylor Gabriel fourth, and then my fifth one, it was another one of those brings in depth competition, low risk, high reward type player, and that's Russell Shepard is another receiver.
Oh,
yeah,
I didn't even know he was out there.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he's
I would like that a lot.
Low risk, high reward. I mean, if he's healthy and he's good to go, great. But if he's not, it's not going to cost you a lot. He's shown that at times he can produce.
Yeah,
shown at times that he can't produce.
Yeah,
but either way, you bring him into that mix of receivers because right now, we are projecting what these guys are going to do in that room in terms of Juju, in terms of Deontay, in terms of James Washington, in terms of Switzer. But we haven't seen it just yet. Now, granted, we know there's other variables that played into that. But going forward, I'm in my mind, I'm like, man, I know every year you want to bring in competition because that's going to make the players play their best. The worst teams I've been on are when you look at the roster and you're like, well, yeah, no, they ain't bringing nobody in here today. We're going to do what we do. We're straight. Like, nah, you got to bring somebody in to just really just spice it up a little bit. And that's going to make those guys have to elevate their play. And if they elevate their play, well, then it doesn't hurt because it's a low risk signing. It's not like you're going to give this dude a ton of money.
Bro, I would love that. Risk. I would love that receiver room if you added the two guys that you said, and it was Juju, James Washington, Deontay, Russell Shepard, and Taylor Gabriel. Dude, that's what I'm saying, man. We go 5 wide. That's looking nice. Yeah. Speed, combination of everything there. Juju in the slot. Bro. Wow, dude.
Tell you, we differ as GMs, man.
What?
We differ as GMs.
No, I like that. I mean, I just don't feel strongly about any.
I'm a brick by brick guy. You're like, just throw the whole, throw the whole thing right there, man. Just bah.
Yeah, no, I like those moves. I just didn't make a list. I didn't feel strongly about anyone. That's kind of all with me.